in 8 minutes. We are getting you ready to get out the door.
Yeah, and Heather, we need the umbrella, but also the sunglasses in today's First Alert forecast.
I like that combo too. At least we can use the sunglasses too. But the key here is that we will have those scattered storms again this afternoon and evening. That's when we'll drop another quarter to a half an inch in parts of our area. Notice the scattered coverage, again, drifting east. I was just timing that out for you. I am picking up a few showers to an isolated rumble of thunder tomorrow afternoon. I do think actually the rainfall looks a little less impressive tomorrow because we don't have as much sun and wind to help stir those up. But there's still some widely scattered rain with those clouds lingering all day tomorrow. And then that final wave where we're really just keeping the umbrella with us most of the day is the front then on Friday. So that's when we have a good half an inch to an inch coming in the morning, especially midday, then scattered storms afternoon to evening. So we get the better rainfall to end the week, better temperature trend coming up next week in the First Alert forecast.
All right, Heather, thank you. Well, the new city budget for Knoxville is now approved. It comes in just under $500 million.
That budget passed with a 7-to-1 vote. It includes no property tax increases. The new budget invests more than $100 million into firefighters and police in the city, with a more than 4% raise in pay for them. More than $8 million is going to affordable housing. There's also a proposed $350,000 to add more beds to warming shelters across the city during cold winter months. The proposed half-cent sales tax was not a part of this budget bill. The first reading for that will come next month, with City Council holding a workshop to discuss more this Thursday at 4 o'clock. We're going to be there. We'll let you know how that discussion goes.
City Council also passing a plan to improve East Magnolia Avenue. City Council voting 7-to-1 in favor. The city's been working to revitalize East Knoxville since 2009. With this new plan, the next steps are improving the sidewalks, street lights, and landscaping, along with fixing up infrastructure and utilities such as water and sewage. The plan also looks at commercial properties and encourages development and restoration. And we're learning new details this morning about how things went on the roads over Memorial Day weekend.
The Tennessee Highway Patrol says there were fewer deaths on the road over the weekend than during Memorial Day weekend last year. From Friday night to yesterday morning, 8 people died in 5 crashes. Now that's down from last year, but still higher than officials had hoped for. THP's commander says any loss of life on our roads is a tragedy. They say they will continue working to make our roads safer. And we're getting a look at the work to build the next generation of power production at Tennessee Valley Authority's Kingston site.
The gas plant is happening, but all of a sudden the future of coal at the plant is a bit hazy. At one point, TVA had plans to cut production at all of its coal plants. Now, after executive orders from President Trump, that move is now getting a second look. TVA is looking to see how practical it is to burn coal at the plant. The steam plant manager says keeping coal as a power option boils down to national security. He says if TVA decides to keep burning coal at Kingston, the plant is ready to do that in an environmentally sound way. TVA is also looking into solar storage at the site, but that's down the road with no timetable on a coal decision right now. And county leaders say a new program could keep you safe and save you money.
Knox County's mental health court is taking a new approach to criminal sentencing. The hope is it will address some repeat offenders. It's for those with a diagnosed mental illness who may have committed a crime because of their condition. Rather than strictly serving jail time, qualified candidates are met with treatment assistance and support services for diseases like addiction. The program is strict. The district attorney's office thoroughly screens every candidate to make sure it's a good fit for them.
And a much anticipated reopening happening this week in the Cherokee National Forest.
Yeah, you might be looking forward to this. The Bald River Falls Bridge is reopening to traffic after being closed since 2023. So this is what it looked like back in November. The opening follows extensive rehabilitation efforts to enhance safety and improve accessibility to the area. The new bridge also features a pedestrian viewing area separating cars from those wanting to enjoy the views. The bridge and Tellico River Road will open up on Friday. And it's the ultimate kickoff to summer this weekend.
Knoxville's largest kids party happening on Saturday. It'll be from 10 to 5 on the World's Fair Park Performance Lawn. It'll be non-stop fun, including an 80-foot obstacle course, a water slide, and appearances by your kids' favorite princesses and superheroes. It's $10 to get in. Kids 2 and under, they're free. Coming up in just a few minutes over on the CW Knoxville, we'll be joined by event organizers bringing you all you need to know ahead of the big party.
Shoney Bear is in the building. You don't want to miss it. And a heads up for those new graduates, the class of 2025 can get free donuts with their diplomas. Today, Krispy Kreme giving college and high school grads a free 3-pack of original glazed donuts if they wear their cap and gown or senior swag to the stores.
You think if I wear my cap and gown, they'll give me a free donut too?
It's worth a shot.
Doesn't that sound good? I think I'm hungry this morning talking about the food. I-40 east of Rockwood Mountain right now. You can see some fog in that area. Use caution in Roane County. Could be some foggy areas anywhere you're driving for the most part. I-40 at Walker Springs. They're moving that camera right now. Not seeing any traffic issues in those east and westbound lanes, but we're getting quite the show. And I-75 at Merchant Drive, north and southbound lanes also up to speed. Of course, some of those wet spots Heather's been tracking could cause some slick areas out there. Just make sure you're using caution.
It is good that we're down to just some showers now, but absolutely wet streets from last night's rain, fog from the ongoing on and off rain. Actually, you could see this nice little vantage point here between the fog and the clouds at Ober. There's more fog in your way along the plateau. Cumberland, Roane, Morgan counties, light fog Fentress to Wayne, as well as Bell and Harlan, Claiborne and Hancock counties. So that's where we're seeing that fog at the moment. Keep an eye on that for you, along with these spotty showers, spotty rain in Fentress and Morgan counties. Temperatures hanging out upper 50s to low 60s. Another warm morning, but I will say today will be warmer because this cloudy view we have now is not the case all day, and I'm really happy about the fact that you need some sunglasses this afternoon. Mostly to partly cloudy. We do still have those scattered storms again. I can't stress it enough, and those gusts around 20 miles per hour. So today and tomorrow upper 70s, a few pulsing showers and storms, especially in the afternoons. Then that front rolls through on Friday. So still got a lot to track for you here to help you make plans to end the week and into the weekend. Coming up on the CW.
All right, Heather, thank you so much. A lot happening over on the CW. We are following how government spending changes are impacting food banks in our area. The latest on how Second Harvest is working through those challenges. Join us on the CW Knoxville at 7. Have a wonderful Wednesday.